Watch what Bitcoin is doing. Watch what XRP to Bitcoin is showing you, and the same in XRP to Ether. Because when you do come into XRP USD terms, you get to see this kind of a trend line. The price action is important on a short term while you focus and follow the macro. So this is a 3-day chart of XRP which show you the fact that we had a massive drop of 45% in just 3 candles to the downside. And then for the last 6 days close to it, we are still inside this region. If you get to see a 3-day candle close just about this zone, okay, we get some relief. We get some relief rally. What if we don't? And you don't have too much time. This 3-day candle is about to close in next 24 hours. Now, being precise, next 22 hours, you will see this candle closing. If that candle gets a close like this, you know what's going to happen. It's a continuation pattern. How many of you really want that? Welcome to the Scientific Investor family, where the normal retail guys get to learn how to become the next top 10% of this world. Now, let me explain how you become the top 10% of the world. See, on the top 100 assets, you're watching one asset, Ray, which is up 20% for the day, but then down 12% for the week. So if you go into the chart, now your agenda is the price just went up 20% for the day. Yeah, agreed. So how do you look at the market? You go zoom into the price action, maybe an hourly, maybe 4-hour, you're looking at this. Now, while it actually becomes overbought in an hourly chart, what should you be watching? This is what the majority look at. They actually convey the information that you have a breakout. Fine, it's true. I'm not saying it's not. But the moment you step back, say a 3-day chart, say a weekly chart, what the hell do you really see? The price action gives you the idea that the price had a higher high while the RSI showed you the opposite. You know what happened before that. Yeah, you may come back up. This is the microstructure showing you the A, B, C, and then you drop back to test these lows. If you still make that bottom, fine, you may round back up, go to the upside. So here we are. You're watching this asset doing something like this, which is common in this cycle in a lot of different assets. You have the 1, you have the 2, you're doing the 3. If that's true, what should you be expecting after that? Fine, you don't trust a 3-day chart. Let's move on to a weekly one. You pick the weekly chart here. This is the weekly showing you have local tops being formed for which the price is going higher high and the RSI is showing you the opposite. It's not recovering. So now you have price action conveying, I'm consolidating, but with bearish pressure. And think about it. While the price kept going up, the volume that kept going lower. So what really is happening? Who's not buying, who's selling, right? You barely have a lot of buying volume coming in, but you do have consistent selling candles and volume. Now, to make sense of this, you will have to go look at different assets. Say this is XRP to Bitcoin. It shows you it really has some room to actually push back higher, another 10%. So XRP should run against Bitcoin another 10%. Or Bitcoin dropped too hard, XRP does not. It's hard to imagine, but that's what the chart is showing. Now, XRP to Ether. It shows there is a possibility that it may run up 10%. Now, all of these are kind of short-term trend lines. Yeah, you look at the short-term XRP to USD, it suggests you can come back up to $2.8, $2.9 and test this trend line. Fine. But as soon as you step back On a 3-day, it's just a dead cat bounce happening in here. Because when you do go on a daily, you see this. There was a massive drop. There was a wick to the downside, and it is slowly trying to recover to that phase. So on a weekly, it does give you a lot more information saying this was that candle which was so choppy. And right now you're working on a green candle, the first green candle. Let's put it here. First green candle. If you do get it, it's good. But understand, if you put volume candle, it suggests something. I mean, there's a lot of information which you should digest in here. While you pumped to the upside and developed a negative divergence, you saw that the initial rally, there was massive volume. The volume was on the sky high limit in here. Yeah, was going popping through. But then you saw the volume fading and the volume on the selling side increasing. So usually, technically speaking, how do you mark the double tops? Is it like this? Or do you also consider something like this? Yeah. Now you go on and you want a top which is double top. Yeah. So you go on and type in double top formation in the Google and you go on to the pictures. What do you see? Is it all that time which makes the exact double top? Or sometimes it makes something like this. The first and second peak, the second peak is higher. Do you notice that? Do you recognize that? Now, where can be an invalidation? Where will be an invalidation? The formation can be invalidated. Where? We go back in Bitcoin, we had the exact opposite opinion while everyone else and their brothers were calling for a double top. We were saying it does feel like that, but at this point when it came back, it reversed. It was a double bottom. That's why the price reversed. But now, even if you think it's about to go and do that, right now, is it that time? No. For that to happen in the price action, the price will have to come back to this region of support and then suggest that it is a double bottom. But as of now, the price action is not in your favor, suggesting that's about to happen. Yes, you may do these kind of choppy moves in here. That's okay. If the price action come back to this trend line, that's good if you use it to scale out. Now, on a daily, yes, the price action is building something which is hidden bullish divergence. On a 3-day, the price action is trying to build something which is hidden bullish divergence. So the price action being able to bounce back up here is not something rare. It can happen on a 3-day chart. But we all understand that higher time frame structure supersedes those. Now, on a higher time frame structure, you're watching this. You have a negative divergence, and historically, after negative divergence, you get a fake out. And that fake out is usually a trap. You go back, pick up XLM, and put a weekly chart on the XLM there. Now, you see what I'm talking about in here. I've been talking about this for a long time, saying, guys, watch. You have a double top structure, you have a negative divergence, but then the price go back up to put in a new top and then immediately drops. Boom. That's a huge drop. In just one candle, you get to see the price action getting wiped out like 70%. Ooh, that's a huge drop. So while you try to get that top in here, if you misjudge it, put that 70%, that's like $1. You know what I'm talking about now. Now get on to the total crypto market. It is trying to argue I'm doing a fake out move. I have a morning star pattern coming back in. Now what does a morning star mean for you? Yeah. You pick up the morning star pattern in here and you get to identify that. This is the textbook morning star pattern. So if the price action comes up and close tomorrow, which is after 22 hours, if it does say I'm doing a morning star, it's good. it's good. This is becoming a fake out, which increases the odds of you going at least back up to this region. So if you're watching an ABC, okay, that's trouble. The drop from there is going to be big. You saw that. You saw that. So what if this time around it's going to be big and it's going to retrace back to the trend line? This is what I was saying, like, watch. If the total crypto market has to drop another 24% from that local high, what should happen in the market? So again, you go back to the altcoins. You want to see what and how altcoins would react. Do you have a bullish divergence here? You see that on XRP, but here in the altcoin market, you don't. So the altcoin market is still suggesting you this was the support. I'm breaking that to the downside. I'm putting in lower highs and lower lows. That is a consistent move. What if you do this, right? We don't know. As of now, you don't have a change in the structure. That is where you go find a long-term asset which shows you I'm taking supports. Yeah, long-term support. And it's not just these small cap coins showing you that. It is also these long-term coins which are showing you that, watch guys, I'm actually taking a long-term support region here. And that attracts a lot. I mean, if you actually reduce all of this and go into a monthly, you kind of see, okay, if this has to go bankrupt, that's a different question. But as of now, the monthly is clearly arguing the fact that this region is becoming a reaccumulation top, which is okay. If you do bottom out here, your bet is this is about to break higher to put in a new local high, which can be a cycle high, which can be trouble, but that's much, much higher. Now, what should actually happen for Ether to play like this? That is what we are trying to understand in here. Because when you're out here on a monthly chart of XRP, you get to see something like this. There's a lot of volume being involved, but right now the volume is very low. This is where I want you to ask that question. There was huge buying volume. Who was wrong? There was huge buying volume and then a ton of selling volume. But we know that. That was news. Yeah. But right now, the buying volume is kind of fading and the selling volume is starting to come back in. So where should be that low? Are you going to retrace back here and then go? Or are you going to retrace back to this level and then go back up? So all of these odds should be open in front of you so that you know whenever there is a bullish divergence being confirmed. As soon as the chart confirms that, you need to identify that and understand that. That is exactly why the SI family is working out there, giving you guys the charts at the right time without a lot of noise in the market, taking your attention right into the details. So if you want that, be a part of the Scientific Investor family. I'll meet you guys on the next video. Bye for now.